Friends, are you wondering what are some of the common mistakes people make when planning their Leh Ladakh trip? Well, on this channel and my travel blog, I have already stressed enough upon the importance of acclimatization and tips to combat AMS for making a memorable trip to Ladakh. But still, many other factors drive people towards believing in its importance in reality. Today, in this Express FAQ series on traveling to Ladakh, I'll try to make you understand some of these common factors or mistakes that you can avoid so as to plan a successful trip to Leh Ladakh. So let's get started. Julie friends, if you are new to my channel, my name is Dheeraj and I help people in planning memorable trips to the Himalayas. Well, before I dive deeper into these 9 common mistakes of Ladakh trip, let me tell you why at all I am sharing them with you. Frankly speaking, the problem is that people start abusing places like Ladakh for their horrible trips and tag them as harsh or unforgiving places. However, they forget that it is not the place or the region which is harsh or unforgiving. People still live up there in such a place. It is the way that they planned or executed their Ladakh trip what causes those horrible experiences. Hence, it is of utmost importance that you make sure you understand these common mistakes to learn from them and ensure you don't repeat them on your own Ladakh trip. Mistake number 1. I am very fit, have a good physical condition and I do not need any acclimatization. Well, when it comes to AMS, it does not matter what is your age or gender or fitness level. It can happen to anyone of any age, gender or fitness level, I shall say. I have personally seen the fittest of the fit kneel down and cry like hell when AMS hits them. So, number 1, always respect AMS as it is a real thing. Mistake number 2, I have done many high altitude trips. I do not need acclimatization now. No matter how many trips you have undergone to Ladakh or any other high altitude place, and in fact how many times you have undergone every year, AMS just won't spare you if you break the basic principles of acclimatization. Mistake number 3, I have clocked hundreds of thousands of kilometers on my car or a bike. I will breeze through the roads in Ladakh. Well, never be overconfident that you are master of driving or riding, or you have done Rohtang Pass X number of times, or you are a champ driver in planes with hundreds of thousands of kilometers of driving or riding experiences, etc. Driving in Ladakh or Manali Leh highway could be one of the strangest and adventurous drive you will ever undertake in life. It is a different ballgame altogether. So be respectful and always drive and ride with caution and care. Mistake number 4, I never plan my trips and I will not plan my Ladakh trip as well. This is what I hear most, and those commenting consider themselves the coolest person on the planet. But friends, please keep in mind, trouble never comes knocking at your door. It is good to be impromptu in travel, but when it comes to remote places such as Ladakh or Spiti Valley or Zanskar Valley, where even diarrhea can lead to fatal outcome if not treated in time, it is good that you always prepare well. Hence, always give proper time for your preparation and planning for any Ladakh road trip. Mistake number 5, I can follow their wrong plan because they did not have any issues on their Ladakh trip. This is mostly fine if you are following a plan suggested by an expert and covers basic principles of acclimatization. However, it can horribly go wrong in cases when people try to copy anything including short crazy drives on Manali Leh highway or to Ladakh just because they had read an account or watched a YouTube video or an Instagram video of someone who did follow such a crazy plan. Hence, know your limits, know the limits of the places and respect both of them. Mistake number 6, I have done 800 kilometers drive in a day, so 400 kilometers in a day in Ladakh is nothing for me. Well, you may be a great driver or a rider having done thousands of kilometers in a day in planes, but keep in mind, these are Trans Himalayas and they rule the time and life up over there. Well, you may be able to do 400 kilometers in Ladakh on the last day, which is perfectly fine because you are going to descend to lower hills where the body is used to live. However, doing a trip from Manali to Leh in a single day without acclimatization is inviting all sorts of trouble in your life, and who knows if you get a flat tire at Tangangla Pass with an unacclimatized body. God help you in that case. Mistake number 7, I can take my infant baby because I have seen many pictures where people took theirs too. Well, I have created a detailed video on this topic, and in case you have not checked it out yet, please do by clicking over here. In any case, it depends on person to person to take the children of such an age group. The issue in general with most kids is that they tend to exert the body considering it is the same kind of place where they belong to, and this elevates the chances of getting hit with AMS. With an infant, a lot more challenges comes into play, like they cannot convey the uneasy feelings, you need to prepare for their food, milk, cleaning up the bottles and many other necessary items which baby needs on day-to-day basis. These can be very hard to find in such a remote region of Ladakh. Mistake number 8. I can drink alcohol on any trip to Himalayas because I never have had any issues. Well, please hold on to those chote pegs or patiala pegs in Ladakh or Spiti Valley or any other high altitude place, because any kind of tobacco, smoking or alcohol or other depressant drugs including barbiturates, tranquilizer and sleeping pills etc., all of them decreases the respiratory drive during the sleep, resulting in worsening of AMS symptoms. So please stay away from alcohol or smoking to maximum extent possible in Ladakh if you cannot 100% avoid it for any reason. It is quite critical to follow, especially in the early days of the trip when your body is not acclimatized to the high altitude. And finally, mistake number 9, I can remove my shirt for a selfie at Khardungla or a Changla Pass. Wow, this is the coolest thing you should never do in Ladakh. The falsely claimed highest motorable road and a sleeveless or a shirtless selfie up there do make a cool combo for your next profile pic on WhatsApp, Facebook or Instagram post for few likes. However, please always remember that exposing bare parts of your body, especially the chest and the lower neck, to the cold winds of high altitude with less acclimatized body also makes a very fatal combo. That is why I humbly request to travel safely and sanely and take pictures that does not harm you or others. So friends, these were 9 common mistakes that you must avoid for making a successful Leh Ladakh trip. In my next video, I'll talk about 12 myths and their associated facts for any Ladakh trip. So stay tuned my friends, and I'll see you in my next video. Now in the end, if you found this video helpful, please do not forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And if you need any help or have any questions on your upcoming trip to the Himalayas, please feel free to leave a comment down below and I'll be more than happy to help you out right away. Till then my friends, Jule, and please keep our Himalayas clean.